Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier last week we talked about Mega Galvantula, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Blastoise X. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation on what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below. But what would you keep? What would you change? And etc. And at the end of every video, we'll be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Blastoise X. Now, like I said at the end of Mega Galvantula's video, I really didn't want to spoil all that much about why I'm actually doing this. I mean, so far in sense, it's already a given of why I'm actually talking about Mega Blastoise X and also Mega Venusaur X, because right now, the only starter that has a two Mega Evolutions is Charizard, and obviously Charizard was probably it wasn't all that surprising that Charizard got two Mega Evolutions, because for one thing, it's a fan favorite Pokemon, and it's literally, in my opinion, the second most iconic Pokemon in Pokemon history, because literally Charizard isn't pretty much everything like Pokemon related or just like Nintendo related, like Smash Brothers. I mean, you always see Pikachu and everything, and like Charizard, he's in Pokken tournaments, he's in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and also in Super Smash Brothers 4. You can see a lot of Charizard merchandise as well as Pikachu merchandise. So it's kind of obvious that Charizard is the fan favorite. I mean, Ash had it, a Charizard through the anime. It was everyone's favorite. And I think that's how Charizard kind of blew up in popularity, was just because Ash had the Charizard. But nonetheless, when it came to Charizard X and Charizard Y, Charizard got two Mega Evolutions, one for being a physical attacker and one for being a special attacker. Now, the special attacker is obviously Charizard Y, and the physical attacking one is Charizard X. And Charizard X, Charizard actually became part dragon. I think that's what everyone was like wanting for like years, and it finally came true. Now, the one thing that's kind of sad about the other Kanto starters, Blastoise and Venusaur, was that they already have a Mega Evolution, but they didn't get the same treatment as Charizard did. I mean, even though Charizard is a fan favorite Pokemon and the second most iconic Pokemon, you would think that like the OG original like Pokemon starters, like with Blastoise and Venusaur, will get two Mega Evolutions with like how Mega Charizard did. So what I want to do is that I want to talk about Mega Blastoise X and Mega Venusaur X as well. Now, obviously, if you cannot tell what the X part means, it means that they're pretty much going to be a physical set, because Mega Blastoise right now, the Mega Evolution that we got, it's obviously going towards like a special attacker. It gets a special attacking boosted ability, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is Mega Launcher, which pretty much helps like beam moves and sphere moves like Aura Sphere, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and all those moves. So it leans towards the special site, and obviously its special attack is at base 130, while its physical attack is at base 103. So like I was saying, I wanted to make a physical set for Mega Blastoise and also for Mega Venusaur, but for today's video, we're going to be talking about Blastoise first. And the reason why I'm talking about it first is no given reason, to be completely honest. It was just that Blastoise was just on my mind most of the time, more so than Venusaur. So we're going to be talking about Mega Blastoise X first. So as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything, and I actually left its special attack alone. Now, the reason why I left its special attack alone is because, like, in sense, there was really no reason to increase it, because base 85 is already good to be somewhat of a mixed attacker per se. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon who are like physical attackers or special attackers, and like their other attack stat is like base 80 and above, and you see a couple of people actually run mixed whatever that have like base 80 in both, or in either physical attack or special attack, depending on like which Pokemon like does what, if that makes sense. So I just decided to leave it alone as base 85. There was honestly no reason for me to actually increase it nor decrease it, because all the 100 base stats that you would give a Mega actually fit really well, in my opinion, when it came to Mega Blastoise X. So for its physical attack, I increased it from base 83 to base 140. Now, with me making a Mega Blastoise X version of Blastoise pretty much. I wanted its physical attack to be sky high. Now, it's not obviously going to be as high. Okay, it's higher than its special attack as being like the original like Mega Blastoise with like Mega Launcher, but I wanted its physical attack to be high because it actually does get access to a very good variety of physical type attacks. Now, I wouldn't be making this video if it didn't really get all that many good physical attacks, but I'm looking at Cerebi right now, and Blastoise actually gets a very good variety of physical moves. I mean, he gets access to Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch, Aqua Tail, what else? Iron Tail, which is kind of ironic. It gets access to Fake Out, so that's actually going to be very, very good for competitive play. And I also see Mega Blastoise with Mega Launcher carry Fake Out sometimes to actually get its stat boosts and all that, so you guarantee that your stats will get increased after Mega Evolving. It gets access to Aqua Jet as well. It's the strongest stat water type move you're probably going to be running is Waterfall, and that he gets access to that as well. He gets access to Power Up Punch as well, so then if you want to increase your attack, you can. So there's like, okay, I'm not going to like mention really much anymore of like the moves, but you guys get the general idea that it does get access to a very good variety of physical type attacks. So base 140 for its physical attack, it's just going to be doing monstrous damage. I can honestly see this thing probably being in Yu-Yu as well with its other Mega Evolution, because to be completely honest, even though Mega Blastoise is like it's really good in its corrective tier, which is in Yu-Yu, but I honestly don't see the physical variant of Mega Blastoise being in OU whatsoever. To be pretty much can be completely honest, I just don't see it whatsoever. I really can't give you guys a reason why, but like it's just one of those things where it's like you say it and you already know that that it's just not gonna happen. So that's how it is for me. But like I was saying, base 140 physical attack, it's going to be doing monstrous amount of damage. Now for both of its defenses, I increased it from base 100 to base 125 for its physical defense, and its special defense from base 105 to base 125. Now if you compare it to the Mega Blastoise that we already have right now to the one I've actually made for Mega Blastoise X, Mega Blastoise X defenses are actually higher than the Mega Blastoise that we already have, because the Mega Blastoise with Mega Launcher, its physical defense is at base 120 and its special defense is at base 115. But what I wanted to do for Mega Blastoise X was that I wanted to actually have its defenses equal. Now, even though its special defense is a little bit higher than its physical defense, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. I still wanted it to be equal because I feel like this thing could be either a physical wall and or a special wall, depending on which route you want to go with. And with base 125 and both of its defenses, you can, like I said, you can go either route, and it'll have a lot more natural bulk to it after when it Mega Evolves. Base 125, to be completely honest, is actually a very solid defensive stat for a Pokemon like Blastoise. And for its speed, I only increased it just a smidge, literally just a smidge, from base 78 to base 81. Now, the reason why I increased its speed just a little bit, while Mega Blastoise that we have already with Mega Launcher, its speed stat stays the same, but I wanted to increase it to base 81. To be completely honest, there really wasn't all that much of a reason. I mean, I could have probably put it either in one of its defenses or its physical attack or maybe its special attack. I don't know, because Mega Blastoise, when it Mega Evolves, its physical attack actually gets a little bit of an increase as well. But like I said, I want to leave its special attack alone, and I also want to just increase its speed, like I said, just a smidge. Like, there really isn't no specific reason. I mean, base 81 is actually very decent. It has the same base stat, if I'm not mistaken, as Gyarados and also Mega Gyarados, because Mega Gyarados doesn't have its speed increase because, for one thing, it gets access to Dragon Dance. So pretty much with one Dragon Dance up, and Mega Gyarados can literally sweep your opponent's team. But I wanted Mega Blastoise X to be kind of on par with a lot of other Pokemon as well, with base 80 and above speed stats. So I think base 81 is actually very decent, and also with the bulk that it has, it could be somewhat of like a fast, I wouldn't say fast, but like a average fast Pokemon with very natural bulk, very high physical attack, and with base 85 special attack. I honestly think that if Blastoise gets another Mega Evolution like this base stat increase that for its physical Mega Evolution is actually very balanced. Now for its base stat as a regular Blastoise is obviously at 530, and with the Mega Evolution is going to be at 630. Now at first for its ability, I was actually thinking about giving it an ability that kind of like increased its physical attack, kind of how like Mega Launcher increases Blastoise's like pulse moves and like beam moves and all that. But in sense, I was like, you know what? It really wouldn't matter all that much, considering that Blastoise gets access to Power Punch, so it's not like it's impossible to increase its physical attack if you wanted to go with like a little higher physical attack stat. But in all, I decided to actually give this thing shell armor. Now the reason why I've given this thing shell armor is for one of two reasons. One, because you won't get critted and you can actually potentially set up with Mega Blastoise X, and also it's a freaking turtle or a tortoise. Either one, tomato, it has a fucking shell, so it makes sense to give this thing shell armor. And also, with, like I said, with natural bulk, this thing won't be able to get crit, so it'll be able to actually set up nicely. This thing doesn't get access to any like recovery moves other than probably Aqua Ring, but no one's gonna run like an Aqua Ring Mega Blastoise, to be completely honest. No one's gonna run that. I mean, you can run Rest, but like there's gonna be no way to actually wake up without like either a Lum Berry or a Chesto Berry, because like I said, it doesn't really get access to anything to wake it up or something like that. But once again, I decided to get this thing shell armor because for one thing, it's a tortoise slash turtle, tomato, and shell armor actually fits it very well. So yeah, pretty much it fits it very well. And last but not least, for its typing, I decided to leave it alone as water. Now at first I was actually thinking about making this thing part steel. Now not just because we already have Empoleon, which is part steel, but the reason being is because it looks like it should be part steel. This and I was like, look, this thing gets access to steel type moves, but actually looking at its moves that it gets access to, it doesn't get access to Iron Head, which I actually thought this thing did. I mean, it gets access to Flash Cannon, but this is a physical variant, not a special variant. And also, the only physical type Iron type or Steel type moves that it actually gets access to is Iron Tail, and that's completely it. So I decided, like, you know what? No one's gonna run an Iron Tail Mega Blastoise whatsoever, and so I just decided to leave it just as water. There's really no reason for me to actually give it another typing other than steel, but it doesn't really get access to many good steel type moves. I mean, two are pretty much only viable moves, Flash Cannon and Iron Tail, and that's pretty much it. But with all that, there is Mega Blastoise X. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now I hope you guys actually really enjoyed this video. I was actually thinking about what if Blastoise and Venusaur got another Mega Evolution on top of the one that they already have and make a physical variant, and this is how the outcome for Mega Blastoise X is what I would like to see actually happen. I think what I've done to its stats is actually very balanced. Its ability is actually very good for a Pokemon like Mega Blastoise X or just Blastoise in general. So I'm hoping that, like, whether it's in like the next main story games or like in the next like remake or something like that, that we actually get Mega Blastoise X and Mega Venusaur X. But I'll hold off on talking about Mega Venusaur until the next video, and if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be next week. Oh no, it's actually going to be Friday. So coming this Friday, we are going to be talking about Mega Venusaur X. So I hope you guys are excited as I am to talk about that. So anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.